So I didn't do the others because at that point, getting a Lindsey chapter was really, really hard for me. Because the lack of free cast means it's way harder for me to do the bronze keep, which is the most important part of Lindsey. The part that saves the most and that can give me a relatively free PV compared to the burial strat. But now with free cast, it's a little bit easier to set that up. And they are really close. They're not exactly the same because we gotta kill a couple of zombies. Actually, there's just one zombie that's different, to be fair. But it's a zombie with a rune. So that takes more time on Chaturga. And I don't know if it takes more time on Xel'lotath and Ulyaoth, but it's different at least. So there, I put the zombie on that part. I equip the torch. I gotta do some assignments here. For later, we're getting recoveries, a barrier, and we're casting a barrier here. Then you put yourself on this part. You push the zombie into the barrier. The zombie pushes you into the wall. And then you clip into the wall. And that saves like 27 seconds. It's pretty cool. Then here, I actually I attacked the wrong zombie. I wanted to attack another one. Not the one with the rune. We actually don't need Nethlek. We just don't get it. Because since we're skipping these gates, we don't need to do a dispel. So here, another clip with the zombie. That one is way easier than bronze skip. Here you actually have to wait until the zombie fully stands up to burn it. Before that, the torch doesn't do anything. You can hit that spell in the barrier, but it doesn't matter too much. My sanity is really low here, so I did a cancel spell to avoid a sanity effect. And here normally, on any percent, we would do a teleport. But since we don't have Nethlek, and I actually time it, getting Nethlek and all that and making the thing is lower on individual levels. Because on individual levels there's no reason to make this spell at all. So that's a waste of time. And also you would need to assign a review or at least a different spell. So it's just not worth it. Although I'm doing a free cast here to get into this thing. And of course I miss my splits. So it's a free enchant into the button. The enchant allows you to move inside. And just because of how magic works here and because we don't have explosion and some other things, I figure it would be better to just go for the old strat, which is just doing some sanity recoveries. I still did the other strat on the other alignment, I think. I kind of wanted to do both to see which one would do better. But it's still kind of hard to compare, but at least it's good to have both recorded, so maybe I can compare it later. I know the other one is faster, but it kind of depends on some little things here and there. It's not that straightforward. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm hitting this after this. There, why not? Yeah, sure. So here you can do a recovery. Remember, since this is an individual chapter, we don't have explosion active. So even with low sanity, you can just do a recovery. you at the beginning of the chapter or about that's to avoid a sanity effect there. Another recovery here. So very close to silver skip, you usually get bleeding walls if everything goes well. So that's the first sanity effect you get. And then bleeding walls doesn't end until like you get to Alex before bleeding walls ends. And since to get explosion you need a sanity effect to finish. Okay? So since it doesn't finish and then you get the Alex cutscene and that's also a sanity effect, you just don't get explosion. I might get explosion here. And that's why I'm doing a recovery there. But I didn't got it. That's completely random. I think it's about a 50-50 if you get it or not. Good thing it was a very good sanity effect. That's enemy insta-kill. It's pretty fast. For the ones that lose time, it's one of the fastest. So I was totally alright with that. And also that means I don't need to worry about another sanity effect later. Here, I don't think I got this part. Yeah, I'm getting hit a lot there. Kinda hate when I don't get my strat, but whatever. And there you go, that's the end of Lindsey. Now we just gotta get to the actual end. There's gonna be a cutscene here with some black bars, because this is Japanese. The wait for the black bars is still worth for the faster loading times of Japanese. And there you go. 710. That's already a good improvement. So for a reference, my mark on Ulyaoth was 7-3. And that was a while ago. The only difference was that Ulyaoth run took me like, I don't know, like 50 tries? Because I keep failing bronze skip. Whereas this one, I got it on like, I don't know, 5th try maybe? With the free gas strat that I use.
Or the world shall fall under a reign of eternal darkness. The veil of reality can only be pulled back so far, mortal. Take your stand and fight the darkness.
And also, like, I think Xel'lotath is just a tiny bit slower. Because of the torch on the zombie. I'm not entirely sure. They are probably really, really close. The one that is actually slower is Chaturga. Because you got to kill a Chaturga zombie. And there's no way to do it that fast compared to the other zombies. This is still a good mark for Lindsey. A good Lindsey can get sub 7 for sure. There's no doubt about that. Alright then.